Hey guys, so this week we're going to be taking a look at travel tech. And the item we're going to be taking a look at is the Bluepot portable speaker and Bluetooth combo. So if you've been watching my videos for a while, you've probably seen that I typically carry some sort of power bank with me, and recently I started carrying around a Bluetooth speaker as well. And so both of the items that I've carried with me in the past have typically been pretty, small, and they don't take up that much room. But as you know, I'm always trying to find ways to reduce the amount of items that I'm carrying with me and just make my packing a little bit more efficient. So I actually hadn't really heard of the Bluepot before, but the company who makes the Bluepot, called Resonado, and partners with a Korean company called HM Link, actually reached out to me to see if I wanted to test out the Bluepot and see if it's something that I would enjoy traveling with and using on a day-to-day basis. And so I've been testing this out for a few weeks, and you've probably seen me mention this item a few times in a few of my daily bag videos that I've done in the past couple of weeks, and I have to say I've really loved using it. I think it's super convenient to be able to have the power bank and the Bluetooth speaker all in one kind of sleek package like this one. You know, when you have combo items like this, typically you're going to have some trade-offs as far as, if you have a power bank, it's not going to have as much capacity as a normal power bank, or the Bluetooth speaker won't be as loud as a regular Bluetooth speaker. And Resonado really tried to kind of balance this trade-off to provide a power bank that was very capable. This one has a 10,000 milliamp battery, and also a Bluetooth speaker that was going to be able to provide some really great sound. They have some really neat technology in here, and overall I've been really impressed so far with how well this has worked as both a Bluetooth speaker and a power bank. And it's something I definitely carry with me on a day-to-day basis, as well as when I'm traveling, because it's really sleek, it has really good capacity as a battery, and it has a pretty good sound. So overall, I've been really impressed, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Bluepot from Resonado. So if you guys have been watching my daily bag videos for a while, you probably recognize these items. So this is the Bluetooth speaker that I was carrying around for a while. This is from Jam. And it's been a really good Bluetooth speaker. It works well, it has good battery life and pretty good sound. But as you can see, it's pretty bulky, and I don't like having items like this in my bag just because it's a little bit difficult to kind of find a place for it, and it just takes up more space than it probably should. And then this is the power bank that I've been using. It's pretty basic. It has two USB ports and about a capacity of 8,000 milliamps. So, it does a pretty good job of charging my devices. I can charge my iPad and a few phones at the same time. So I haven't really had too many complaints. I haven't really gotten into any of the fancier power banks like some of the quick charge options from Aukey or Anker that you can find on Amazon that have fancy things such as the USB-C ports and things like that. But for the most part, I like this because it's slim and it has a high capacity. And so together, these have been kind of a regular part of both of my travel bags and my everyday carry. So I was super excited when I saw the Bluepot because it just seemed like a perfect way to eliminate some of the bulk from the items that I was carrying and just kind of wrap everything up into a really sleek little package. So as you can see, it still has the two USB ports, same as my power bank here, and it actually has a higher capacity than this one. It has a 10,000 milliamp battery capacity. On their website, Resonado says that the Bluepot can charge an iPhone 8 about 5 times and a Galaxy 8 a little bit more than 3 times. So the battery itself is great. And a really cool feature is that you can actually use the battery while the Bluetooth speaker is playing. So likely that will reduce the amount of times that you can charge a phone with one charge on this device, but it's really nice that you're not limited to having to choose which one you want to use as you're using the device. The main point here that I want to kind of drive home is just how nice it is to be able to eliminate all this extra bulk and just have the same capacity in this pretty sleek and compact item that I could just toss into my bag very easily. So really love the form factor that the Bluepot has. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, it has two USB ports that you can use for charging your devices. These each have an output of about 3 amps. The phone also has a micro USB port here that you can use to charge the device itself. And then it has a battery indicator, so you can push that to see how much battery life is left. And so overall, it's a pretty simple design. I really like the white color, and I like the size, and I like that it's flatter as opposed to being a bulkier item. And it's a little bit heavy, so this is definitely not something that you're not going to feel in your bag. But I don't think it's so heavy that it's uncomfortable to take, and it really makes you feel like you have a high quality item and something that has a lot of capacity.
And so far the battery has worked great for me. I've never run out of battery, and I've been using an iPhone 7 for a while, so the battery capacity is definitely not what it used to be. So it's really helpful to have something like this to make sure that I'm charged no matter where I am on a day-to-day basis. I've been combining this with this chiffon cable that has all the ports that I typically use on a day-to-day basis. So it has two Lightning ports. It also has a USB-C port and a micro USB port. So, just really convenient to have everything that I typically use in one package. And then I really like that it's retractable because this helps cut down on tangling and things like that. And so as you can see here, just plugging in the phone into the battery bank, it's charging, and it charges the phone pretty fast using that 3 amp power that we mentioned earlier. As a Bluetooth speaker, I've been really impressed with the sound that you get from this compact speaker. Just based off how flat it is and the size, I really wasn't expecting the sound to be that great. Especially also when you combine things, typically you have some sort of a trade-off for portability and convenience. So in this case, if you have a big battery and a sleek package, chances are you would expect a Bluetooth speaker to not be that great and just kind of be almost like a gimmick to throw on. But I have to say that because of the technology that Resonado has used on this product, it is actually a lot more impressive than I would have expected. So the product contains two flat magnetic speakers that are 3 watts each. So you can see the two speakers here. And it also has kind of a fall speaker in the middle to help provide some additional bass so that the music doesn't sound too flat as you're listening to it. And I have to say, overall, the mixture of this patented technology with the form factor has worked really well to help kind of boost the sound on something that you wouldn't think would have great sound. So what I want to do here is actually just play a little bit of music on both of the different speakers that I would carry, just so that you can kind of get a feel for what it sounds like, for what the music sounds like coming from each device. So first off, I'm going to start with the jam speaker. And so I'll go ahead and play something that a few people may have heard these days. So at this point, I would say the volume is at about 1/4 of the way up. So now I'm going to bump up the volume of this speaker to about half. I'm going to fast forward in the song a little bit to where the beat drops. And now I'm going to move it to full volume. So as you can see, this has been a really great speaker and it has some good sound, but I wanted to see how it would compare to the Bluepot. So let's take a look at that one next. So connecting the Bluepot to your phone is super simple. Same as with any other Bluetooth device, you just hold down the button and you wait for it to come up in the Bluetooth menu. I've already gone ahead and paired these two. So let me go ahead and turn it on. Okay, so the item is connected now. So starting over, I'm just going to play the same song. I'm going to start again at about that 1/4 volume point. So now what I'll do is go ahead and bump it up to about halfway. Again, I'm going to jump ahead to where the beat drops. And I'm going to bump it up to the highest volume. Just turn it down for a second. I just want to showcase that while the music is playing, you can go ahead and charge the item as well. So as you can see, it's charging, still playing. The volume still works well. So as you can see, the Bluepot really does kind of live up to its name as far as providing great sound as well as a really capable battery, and allowing you to use both things at the same time and just reducing the amount of stuff that you carry with you on a day-to-day basis.
So overall, I was really impressed with the Bluepot. You know, for being something that's a combo item, I really think it manages the trade-offs between sound and battery capacity really well, and I think it works great as both a power bank and a portable Bluetooth speaker. You know, it's become an essential part of my daily carry, and as well as when I'm traveling. I just really love having both of these items with me, and the fact that it's combined into one sleek package and can just save a little bit of space as I'm packing is absolutely great. So you can either purchase the Bluepot from Resonado's site, which I'll make sure to link to in the description below, or you can actually purchase it from Amazon, but it still ships from Resonado, so it doesn't really matter where you buy it from. The Bluepot itself costs about $80, so it's definitely not a cheap Bluetooth speaker. It's a little bit of an investment, but for the technology that you're getting, as well as the convenience of having, you know, a pretty big, capable portable battery combined with the Bluetooth speaker, it's a pretty decent deal. The product offers a 12-month warranty as well, so that should help give a little bit of peace of mind as you're purchasing. Based off the different items that I've seen just perusing on Amazon and what I've purchased in the past, the Jam Bluetooth speaker that I typically carried with me in the past, that was about $20 or $30. And then the power banks that I typically have seen that have at least a 10,000 or 20,000 milliamp capacity are usually between $20 and $40, depending on the brand and how much capacity and different features that it offers. So if you combine those two, it's going to be about $50 or $60. And you know, I think that the premium for having those two items together in a sleek package may be worth it for some people. At least for me, it's definitely worth it to kind of have everything and just be able to toss this from one bag to the other. But there are some good Bluetooth and power bank options if you don't care as much about having them in one sleek package, or if you don't care as much about kind of the really fancy magnetic speaker technology that is implemented in the Bluepot. So you may sacrifice a little bit of sound quality or a little bit of battery capacity or a little bit of convenience to save some money, but if you just want to have the most convenient and kind of the best of all worlds, at $80, the Bluepot is a pretty reasonable price. So as I mentioned, I'll be including the links below to where you can check that out and get a little bit more information on the product. I want to go ahead and thank Resonado for reaching out to me and sending the item for me to test out. You know, I've been really impressed with what I've seen with it so far, and I look forward to continuing to use it in my day-to-day carry as well as my travels. If you guys found this really useful, please go ahead and give us a like below, and if you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and thank you guys so much.